Oh, they look angry.
Do you think he's literally a man too hungry to die? We can camp here if you want. He will come down soon. In the meantime, hey! Wanna take Field Rush?
Run, Ash!
This'll be a slaughter.
Field Rush is a control deck, which you are looking to ramp up your mana with Catalyst of Aeons to quickly put down Field Rush or stall in the game with Avalanche or Vile Feast to survive the early game. You got excellent removal, healing and very strong finisher, however your high mana cost cards mean you will have to commit and risk enemies' answers such as deny, so patience is key in this deck and to hold your best cards until the enemy does a mistake or overextends. Here's the deck preview, although as I will explain later some cards can be interchanged. Your main champions for this deck are 3 copies of Tryndamere and Trundle respectively. Trundle's signature card is Icequake, it gives all units -3 and deals 3 to them. Tryndamere's signature card is Battle Fury, which grants 8 damage and 4 health to an ally. For your landmarks, you got 3 cards of Blighted Ravine to help you sustain and to control the board by clearing enemy units. At the beginning of the game, which on Mulligan you want to get Field Rush or Trundle. Field Rush, although it's a 12 mana card, is key to close the game and you do not want to risk it to bad RNG. Discard cards such as Atrocity, which is a situational win condition. Remember, you got very few units and this card will not aid you early game. Turn 1 and 2 are very simple, just bank mana and play cool. Remember, you got a lot of killing cards and sustain as mentioned earlier. Vile Feast can be used on turn 2 to prevent aggressive decks to take control. On turn 3 you're looking to place down Faces of the Old Ones as a unit. Or, for the same cost, if the enemy is going wide or too aggressive, use a Vile Feast to summon a spider and stop one of their units. Other answers are Avalanche and Withering Wall, lastly Catalyst of Aeons if you suffer damage. Faces of the Old Ones and Catalyst of Aeons are your most important cards to look for a turn 4 Trundle drop. Blighted Ravine is a good answer after your opponent has attack to mitigate their damage and clear the board next turn. It is important you learn how to use removal options accordingly throughout the game, even late game, as you want to always have control and have the enemy's bench in the best state possible for your win condition. Avalanche and Runeterra is against enemies widening their bench without respecting your tools. On the other hand, Withering Wall and Flash Freeze are to prevent incoming attacks. Turn 5 is when the party starts with your Trundle, unless you manage to put him on turn 4. Trundle must stay alive at all costs, as you are going to be looking for leveling him up with Ice Pillar, as it's very important for late game to have a level up Trundle, so Field Rush pulls an overwhelming level up Trundle. Turn 6 is either bank more mana for the following turns or level up your Trundle if you haven't managed to use the Ice Pillar last turn. Turn 7 and 8 is when you want to play Tryndamere or start finishing the game with Field Rush. There's other huge fragile units such as Eat That Stairs or She Who Wanders, making this deck an excellent late game developer. She Who Wanders can be another few situational win conditions alongside Atrocity. If you have not gotten any of your big boy cards, you can use Voice of the Old One to attempt to draw a Tryndamere, She Who Wanders, Eat That Stairs, or even Field Rush if for some reason you do not have it by now. If you choose to play Tryndamere on the previous turns, turn 9 onwards is when you will be playing Field Rush. As mentioned earlier, be aware of denied spells as you must commit a huge chunk of your mana. Lastly, as the name says, don't delay too much. Field Rush, otherwise you will be giving extra turn for your opponent to grab answers against your board. Other finisher options is Atrocity. It is a level 7 mana card, which is less than uncommon than Field Rush. Best used on an unleveled Tryndamere, as he will deal 8 damage to the Nexus and come back. Or if the enemy attempts to kill your unleveled Tryndamere, he will come back and Atrocity will go off anyways, dealing 9 damage instead. Do not be concerned about skipping attacking turns if you believe the enemy is holding cards to answer that attack, as you have 2 very strong finishers and those cards are your win condition, and to start the game on a bad attack where the opponent has spells to stop you could mean the end of the game or a very hard to recover game. To summarize how to play your champions and Field Rush, you want to keep Trundle alive and level him up before Field Rush, and with Tryndamere you want to keep him unleveled before Field Rush for that sweet comeback revive. If you have trouble closing your game, you can always add a Commander Letters, which is a 9 cost mana card, to your deck to finish the game after Field Rush has failed. Grasp of Undying is a 5 mana card to help you further on the middle game to stabilize your deck. Linking with last week's episode of Pirate Aggro, this card helps you to remove those pesky misfortunes sitting on the bench. To wrap up, your bad matchups are Monoshurima, as you will be racing to end the game before they finish the Sandisk. Here you will play your Mulligan a bit differently, as you want Eat That Stairs to destroy their Sandisk. Wait until one of the champions level up to bring this card down and slow them down by a lot, as when a unit levels up, it reduces 9 turns the Sandisk. Forget about your Nexus, we got 30 heal from cards. That Sandisk is the ticking bomb that once it goes off, you're gone. Another very bad matchup is Talia 6. You can tell Shuriman and Dex just have something. You need to trade some of your Nexus health early on to avoid the collapse later. Talia and 6 level up are very quick burners, or passive playstyle allows them to level up fairly consistently. She Who Wanders is Rayam against this deck. Your easy matchups are Ezreal Caitlyn, Lux Jace, and Pirate Aggro. Ta-ta! I gave you a counter for last week's deck. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Wanna Deck. I will see you next Thursday with a new Wanna Deck. Feel free to put in the comments which deck we like to see, and I hope this Field the Rush guide can help you to understand the deck and how to play it. I hope on your Mulligan turn you always get that Field the Rush and Trundle, and you manage to develop him by turn 4, and you absolutely overwhelm and destroy your enemy with that amazing double champion Field the Rush combo. I will see you next week. Goodbye.